Good evening and welcome everybody. This is your gracious host, Omar Imhotep Ramses II Lyons, rolling up his sleeves to serve the people. Alright, so today in our series of financial fitness in combination with stock market secrets, we're going to do a special episode, and this episode is entitled The Covered Call versus the Dividend. Now, which is better? That's a tough one. It really depends on the individual investor or the person who is utilizing whichever strategy he or she will utilize. Now, the covered call is interesting because that's more of an active investor stance where you're actively selling covered calls every week or every 2 weeks or every month or every 2 months or whatever the case may be. And yes, you can make some return selling covered calls. However, the dividend is a more passive type of income route where there's no need to really do anything except to purchase the security and let the dividend roll in. So let's take a deeper look. Now, the covered call can work some of the time, or work in your interest some of the time. Obviously, it makes more sense to sell a covered call when you can get a high premium for it, right? But if the stock price has gone down, especially below the price of what you paid for the stock, does it then still make sense to sell the covered call? Probably not, because if your stocks do get called away at that point, then you'd be selling your stock for less than you paid for it, which would not be profitable, right? So I would opine, and please be very careful, this is not investment advice, and this is certainly not legal advice. This is for information and for entertainment purposes only. So again, I will opine that the dividend is probably the better choice, particularly for me and particularly for a long-term fundamental value type of investor, a Warren Buffett, Benjamin Graham type of investor would probably go for the dividend, and therefore that would call into question which security you'd be investing in. All right. So the first thing is to do your research and to make sure that you're properly invested into the right security to begin with. So therefore, if the stock market crashes or plunges, or if your stock takes a nosedive and the share goes down, right, then you should still be comfortable with owning that security. Like Warren Buffett says, he typically buys stocks, or you should buy stocks that you should feel comfortable with if the stock market should close down for the next 5 or 10 years. So if you have a stock that's paying out solid dividends, then you probably would not be too concerned if the price goes down 20%, 30%, even 50%, as long as that stock or that company's stock or that company is still paying out those dividends, then you're fine. As a matter of fact, according to Warren Buffett, if that stock goes down, then that's a time to actually buy more. And that truly tests your confidence and perhaps even your competence as an investor. If you can see your way to buy more of a security as the price is falling, then that should be a testament of your commitment, your faith, your confidence, and your competence as an investor. And hopefully you're right to keep holding on while the stock price is plummeting, and it looks like everyone around you is selling, and you and Warren Buffett are buying. Well, I don't know about you folks, but I'm sticking with Warren Buffett. He's 80-something years old. He became the richest man in the world, went from a little bit to a whole lot, actually to billions. So I feel pretty confident sticking with Warren Buffett and the way that he does it. So the covered call you can do sometimes, but if you choose the right security, then your dividend you should be able to receive all of the time. Again, this is your host, Omar Imhotep Ramses II, Lions rolling up his sleeves to work for the people. Thank you so very much for tuning in, everybody. Please feel free to check us out in terms of our information in the description page down below. Area code 718-915-6011 is our number, and omarlions123@gmail.com is our email address. And we do consultations, and we also teach lessons on how to get started and how to actually invest in the stock market. Not gamble, but actually invest in the stock market. Until next time, folks, please remember, pay yourself first, invest in yourself, love each other, and think good thoughts, do good things, and I don't know, have a good week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Till next time, peace.